Hello guys, don't know if you can hear me. Uh, I just found this site randomly. Um, Me and my friend were trying to look for a good character creating website. We found this ORCPUB beta. It's uh, it's actually not too bad. It's got a couple of cool mechanics. There's a couple of things that could use a little bit of work. Namely for how many characters you can build. You see, I can only have 4 at a time. So far I've got the Tefling, which is a rogue slash assassin, I guess you could say. And then I've got a Dark Elf, a Drow monk, which is actually kind of not particularly lore friendly. And then I've got a Tefling, rogue assassin, and warlock. Basically a sneaky spellcaster. Yeah. And then I've got a dwarf, mountain dwarf, Dawnblade, which is essentially the Dawnblade are basically just these uh, knights that are pretty much just I don't know what to say about them. They're, I guess, anti-magic user, I guess, but they're very religious, so. So they use magic to expel magic, if that makes any sense. Which in my mind, it doesn't. But you can see over here, we've got a combat tracker, which is what I was on. Um, we also have the combat encounter lists, where you can record all the encounters you've been in and record, I believe, yes, it would have been, you see, the character sheet would pop up here. All your stats would pop up here. Then you can see the combatants right there. And then you've got if you click on pretty much anything, like, I don't know, just go over to, say, Hellish Rebuke. It'll pop up with the spell info on the right-hand side beside your character sheet. But what I found really interesting was the spell creator. Here you can see that I've actually made my own so far. Yeah. Then you've got the spell list, obviously, which is a lot of freaking spells, but not as much as in the actual handbooks themselves, which I found extremely odd, considering this is supposed to be the 5th edition, and the 5th edition actually has quite a few spells that are tailored to certain classes. But in this, on ORCPUB, you can choose any spell with any of the classes, which makes no sense at all. You also have a list of monsters. You can also build your own class, which is what I did with Dawnblade, actually. And I was going to make a sneak character, but it wasn't allowing me to implement those characteristics into it, because I was going to make a sneaky spellcaster, which is what the rogue warlock is, that I had made previously. Not something that I would want to use. I don't know if I would want to use the uh, rogue warlock build, because you'd have to go from rogue and then have a warlock with you to train you in warlock's spells, right? Then you have to start worshiping, blah 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 blah. I just want to make a class where it's just the rogue qualities, like the sneaky qualities of a rogue, and their sort of sneak stat and their perception stat, then the magic abilities of the warlock, not so much the skill of blade, because you'd still have the um, armor proficiencies and weapon proficiencies of the rogue, but you would also have the magic abilities of the warlock, which I really want to get that done. But unfortunately, it doesn't allow me to, but it does have a list of the different classes you can choose. Uh, so there's like fighter, monk, cleric, the regular stuff. I made Dawnblade. Then you've got more regular ones. Then there's ones like artificer. Like the fuck? I don't even know what the fuck this class is. Let's just take a look at it. So it's a magic user then. Apparently. It's apparently this magic user. Yeah. Then there's the alchemist. There's a gunsmith. Proficiencies. Oh, it's not a. Is it? Actually, is it? Yeah, it's a spellcaster. But I've never seen this at all before. And maybe in one of the DLCs for um, one of the editions, maybe Forgotten Realms, maybe. But I don't think I've ever seen this before. Um, then you've got this race builder where you can literally just create a race and make it overpowered to shit. Like I could pop in this and boom, overpowered character, god character. Uh, Let's change the size to gargantuan. No, let's keep it at tiny. Its strength is immense, and it's like the size of a freaking pixie. No, the size of a Smurf. That it's like I don't know how to. I don't know. And then there's the background builder. Yeah, so you could literally just create your own background who has personality options, ideal options, bond options, flaw options, blah 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 blah. Blah. Then you've got the list of the different ones you can have: far traveler, noble, guild artisan, water have water water dehaven. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Please, someone tell me how to pronounce this certain one right here where my cursor is. Because I don't know how to pronounce that. Urchin, blah, blah, blah. You guys get the point. But they also have the rules here. And this is basically all of the rules that they use, which I think is kind of nice, right? So you've got all of these ones, blah, 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 blah. Lots of freaking rules. But it's only the rules based around the characters. That's what this site is for. I had um, we were playing against these people called the Flamebringers. What these sort of characters are they're sort of religious haters, I guess you could say. Not really haters, but like they're anti-religious. Is that the right term? Anti-religious? Yeah. Yeah, that's the right fucking term. But they have literally little to no armor because they were a low class enemy. I rolled a 20 and I had said, I'm going to punch the guy with my flaming fist. Rolls 20. It goes through him and basically vaporized him. Then the rest of the guys had to make um, checks to see whether or not they were fearful because I literally on horseback just through a guy, punched him. I didn't even use my warhammer at that point. If I had used my warhammer, I would have gone through him into the next guy, through him and into the next guy and through him. Wouldn't make for a very good story, would it? Where I just go swing and they all die. Like that doesn't make for a very good story. Uh, But yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool little thing. Um, but yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna wrap this one up. Um, this was just sort of a little thought process video, I guess you could say, and showing you guys this cool website that I found. Uh, I don't know if they're going to be doing any updates for it. I personally want to see updates for this because it's only in beta right now, which is why the save mechanic is so fucked up right now. Uh, but in any case, have a good one, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!